County woman is in trouble for her repeated phone calls to police. And we're not just talking about 5 or 10 calls. Police say she's called at least 11,000 times so far just this year. And they say they have tried everything to get her to stop. But the phone keeps ringing. Fox 13's Catherine Holly is live at St. Pete Police Headquarters tonight. So, Catherine, do authorities know what she wants?
Well, Carla Jefferson has called thousands of times to 911 and the police non-emergency number. Call takers here at the communications center say she's always vulgar, threatening, and obscene.
St. Pete Police, this is Lee on a recorded line.
Every single call that comes into the St. Petersburg Police Department Communications Center is answered. Workers picking up the phones handle hundreds of emergencies and requests for help every day.
They're talking to people who are scared, who are on the worst day of their life because they need police. And on top of that, they have to deal with somebody who's just calling to harass them.
Officials say one repeat caller has been holding up the lines, dialing in so often call takers in the center have pause when her number flashes on the screen.
She doesn't call to ask for any police services. She calls to harass, to cuss, and just degrade.
Carla Jefferson has been arrested twice for the nonstop harassing phone calls. The first time was at the end of June, and last Monday, the 51-year-old was picked up again.
This is not just somebody who's called police a few times or, abusing the system a little bit. This is someone this is just way beyond. We have not had anyone who crossed this line like this.
According to police, over the last 8 months, Jefferson has called at least 12,512 times, accounting for about 10% of all the calls coming into the department's non-emergency number. Some days, she dials in repeatedly, making 406 calls on May 30th and 512 over 24 hours in early July, abusing a phone number and creating a serious situation.
We're kind of at a situation now where her calls are interfering with our ability to respond to regular residents who need police response.
Fernandez says Jefferson is not seeking services, and the department has dispatched their mental health team as well as officers to try and intervene.
Police officers in person, on the phone, legal letters, everything you can imagine to try to get her to stop. And it persisted, so we had to file the charges.
And Jefferson is facing 3 misdemeanor charges for making harassing phone calls and misuse of 911. Officials hope this will get the calls to stop and also get Jefferson the help she needs. Allie.
All right, Catherine Holly live for us at St. Pete Police Headquarters tonight. Catherine, thanks.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the woman that made those 12,000 phone calls this year to 911. I really think this is a case of somebody dealing with mental illness. In my opinion, she should not be locked up, but she needs to be sent somewhere where she can get some medical attention. That's my opinion. So this was the St. Petersburg Police Department that said she called at least 12,000 times so far this year. And man, we're only in August. We're not even done with the year. So they claim they have tried to get her to stop calling. But, I listened to the attorney general, and the problem is you can send all the letters in the world. If she's mentally ill, that's not really the approach I think the attorney general should have taken. I understand you want the calls to stop, but you should have really have tried to consider medical help for her. Clearly this is not the norm for somebody to do that. But Yolanda Fernandez said they gave her warnings and stuff. But if you're mentally ill, what's a warning to a mentally ill person? And, it didn't mention anything in the article about any type of prior or past mental illness, but I bet you it's there. It's just not mentioned in the article. And it's easy to call that many times, especially if you're doing stuff on auto dial, which she probably did. And that's why she could call that amount of times. I doubt if she was picking up that phone and using her finger to dial that amount of time. She probably had it set up where it could auto dial. So her name is Carla Jefferson. And they said in the video that she was arrested twice for the nonstop harassing phone calls that they got. Now, they said that the first time was the end of June, and the last time was, recently. She's 51 years old. And so they picked her up and she is in jail, which I don't think she's going to get help for mental health in jail. She's not going to get that help there. So, according to police, over the last 8 months, Jefferson has called at least 12,512 times, accounting for 10% of the calls coming into the department non emergency number. In my opinion, I understand she called excessively, but you jailed this woman for making these calls. How come y'all don't jail these Karens like that? They're calling for frivolous stuff that are not emergencies. But I have yet to see y'all haul off a Karen. And if you do, it's very few. It should be a lot more going to jail. But we don't see that at all. But they did arrest this woman. The attorney general said they tried to send legal letters. How about just getting the woman some help? Obviously, something is wrong. Something is wrong. But as you can see, the charges, they really can't get her on any severe charges for phone calls. So she faces 3 misdemeanor charges for making harassing phone calls and misuse of the 911 system. Again, how come you don't get the Karens on the misuse of the 911 system? They misuse it too. So officials said they hope this gets the calls to stop and get Jefferson the help she needs. Well, I agree. The woman definitely needs help, but not from prison, not from jail. Mm-mm. So y'all play, hey, tell me what you think. I mean, mentally ill people are the fabric of American society. We got people who have real mental illness, and then we got people that have convenient mental illness. They only are mentally ill when they get in trouble with the law. Okay, then they are conveniently mentally ill. That's how it works in America. See, that's my new saying. That's how it works in America. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.